Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will break your heart.
I'm Ruby Starr, poet extraordinaire. If the pen is mightier than the sword, then my poems could take out an entire navy. I'm the author of 5 best-selling poetry books, and now I'm here to help people improve their poetry and their lives. This is Star Power. Today, I'm in Boulder, Colorado. I'm visiting local resident Earl Clemmons, who called on us about help with an unfinished poem.
Yes, I grew up in Portland, with my parents and little brother.
Earl was as eager to talk about his past as a spring is keen to bubble. But alas, the depth of his muddy eyes had drowned me in their murk. As a professional listener as well as writer, I had picked up all the information I needed from his very first sentence.
Yes, I grew up in Portland, with my parents and little brother.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to poet pause you. I poet paused you because I have a feeling about you, Earl. Can you read us some of your work?
Well, I could read one of my haikus.
Please.
All right, here we go. Two beavers, one dam. The ground below them trembling in fear, where it...
Don't worry about the syllables. What does the beaver represent? It's you.
Which beaver?
I knew I had to get Earl out of the house for him to open up, but he was stubborn. A beaver in winter. Slow. Molasses. Stop copying me. Just do you.
Me? Well, all right.
Earl, I sense a lot of guilt in your writing. In your poem, you talked about 2 beavers struggling over a log. What does that log represent?
It's not the log. It's what's inside the log.
Ah. And who are the beavers?
Me and my brother.
You know what to do. I couldn't live with myself if I knew Earl would never reconnect with his brother, so I decided to use the funding of my next episode to help him. I immediately bought 2 first-class tickets to his hometown of Portland. However, when I told Earl, he wasn't as enthused as I had hoped.
We're going to Maine.
Why?
To reconnect with your brother.
He still lives in Portland.
That's where we're going.
Oregon! Why would you assume it's Maine? God, this woman, she just...
2 Portlands in one country? Despite this major setback, I couldn't help but notice the poetry of dualities. Then I learned of something even more troubling. That my tickets to Maine were non-refundable, and I had blown the rest of the season's budget on them. This would be our last episode. But letting Earl down was not an option. As a backup, I had been catfishing George with my online alter ego called Destiny since day one. Now it was time to feed the beaver.
Destiny? Are you there? Destiny, it's me.
You're not Destiny.
Come on, we gotta get this.
No, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to him. I'm
Sorry,
leaving.
just to be safe, come out of the
No.
street, please. I know I did a bad thing, but it's all for the best of reasons. Your brother misses you, and he wants to reconcile. And
Yes?
What are you doing here?
I got catfished by her.
It was for a good reason. Here, let me show you what it is. Go on, take it. Come on. Take it. Open it up. Come on. Find it for a little piece of paper. Read it. Come on. It's us. It's the way it could have been. The way it could be. I'm sorry. I was thinking that I should have been there. Come on, we can fix this.
I knew my life could change poems, but I never knew poems could change my life.
Two beavers, one dam. The earth quakes beneath in fear, a hate brewed from greed. To forgive is to love, a log between beavers, a bond between brothers. The dam may stop the water, but it can't break the heart. Not lovers, brothers.